Hey, y'all. Hey, so happy that you are joining us tonight. Listen, you have joined the right channel. You're in the right place, but we're going to give you a little bit of rundown this afternoon. You never know what neighbors are coming into the neighborhood. So let's start this right from the beginning. You join Unhinged Live with Tilted Halo and Twisted Threads. Now, I'm riding solo for a minute here, but what does that mean? That just means we're going to act up. We're going to give you a show rundown in a minute so that you know how to keep tracking with us. Always excited for our super fan shout out, letting you all know what things we're celebrating today. Probably might be a little bit of dap sports because we got a lot going on. And even though the whole tribe is not here yet, I get to be the warm-up. Just call me the Flavor Flav of Unhinged Live because we about to get super hyped as we come to you with another session of our Unhinged Live. We've already talked about that sports. Of course, we're going to have some recaps for our Merrily Down the Stream. We may tip on over to Pews from the Petty Pew because, child, it's a lot going on. I also like the segment that sometimes gets integrated in covering the things you should have learned in Sunday school. How about that? We know it's so much that we get down, and a little bit later on, we'll get into that segment you all love, what's really going on, followed by a little bit of reflections of purpose. Y'all know y'all ain't gonna get out of here with a little bit of love and some hopefully encouragement from me, Master Life Coach Karen Sims of Twisted Threads. And then before we get out of here, we should be able to what? Hear something from Tilted Halo herself on her Just Be segment. And I don't even think we started those as a Just Be segment. They just happened that way. Now listen, if somebody comes to knocking, we gonna let them in because we never know who is coming through with our Tilted Tribe. That's right, Tilted Halo holding it down because why? It's January and we not playing with none of the things in January. That means that everything we could think of, we're doing it. Everything that comes to our mind is on the agenda. And so while I'm over here holding it down solo for right now, y'all know I got this. Come through with your comments. Come through and let us know that you are watching. I can't tell. I see numbers over here. Let me see what it say. Okay, it let me know that y'all not letting me be out here by myself. But here's what I need from you. Say a hello. Shout out a hello to your homegirl. Let us know what pages you are following us on and watching tonight. And we want your comments because why? You all are a part of our honorary Tilted Tribe. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? I know some of y'all knew it already because you've been here as guests, you've been here as writers, and we are excited. So listen, we normally work on the premise of, so what's going on? How you doing? So since I'm the only one here, I'm going to ask myself the question, how you doing? Well, it is Tuesday, but it's been a week already. Y'all, I need y'all to know that I am battling identity fraud right now. And one of the challenges for me is like, well, wait, explain to me how this go. All right, they trying to attack my money. Well, I'm okay if you attack the rest of the work too. How about that? Attack these emails that keep coming to my job. If you could tackle over there, then maybe we could kind of split some of this money and figure this thing out. You ain't got to steal from me. I promise. You do not have to steal nothing. But here's what that allowed me to kind of dig into. It gave me the thought of, so like, if somebody else is trying to steal who I am, does that mean that I get to be whoever I want to be? All right, we ain't even gonna go deep on that, but I'm gonna be acting up today because I'm sitting here like, why y'all messing with me? I'm out here. Tilted, I'm out here minding my business. You hear me? We doing sessions and production meetings, and we got stuff behind the scenes. We setting vision casting for 2023. Like, I'm literally out here taking care of business, and somebody trying to what? Break my shine. But you know what's not gonna happen? We're never going to dim our light. Now, I gotta let y'all in on a little secret. Tilted and I, we have production meetings, and sometimes it's a full-on call, sometimes it's through text, but I love it when we have those moments of synergy. That means her thoughts meets up with my thoughts, and you all get the Joy Tsunami that we call Unhinged live. So tonight, I want to get you into a little bit on that vaccine there. So we always try to figure out what are the things that you all would connect with. And so today, January 17th, I from time to time follow the national holiday. So for all of you who know me, y'all know I'm here for the celebration. I'm here for the cake, the cupcakes, and the juice in the red cup. But I want to highlight today for you, and then I'm going to tell you how the synergy happens. So I'm over here minding my business, and we, working on our production schedule and doing the run of show. For those of you who know show business, you know what that is. For those of you who don't, it means we're not going out here just saying anything that come off the top of our head. We actually are creating a game plan, a strategy, a timeline for what it is we want to do. And so today is National Classy Day. How about that? Okay. So I want to give you a little bit of rundown of what National Classy Day entails. And then we're going to get into, all of the other things, including our super fan shout out. If you are watching us right now, hold on tight because you might get called out as part of our super fan shout out. So here's what happens. On National Classy Day, we celebrate those who are graced with the ability to live their lives with class, passion, and who are driven to share it with others. So literally, we honor those class acts and commemorate the birth of some of the most legendary people as we're thinking about it. So how do we all kind of come together? Well, it is known that classy people draw others to them. They've got grace and knack for bringing light into a room, maybe with some humor, maybe with some beauty, some inspiration. That's right. We are classy people. Now I got my pearls on today, but we doing a little choker around our neck. And here's the qualities that we're thinking about when we think everybody needs a passion. That's what keeps life interesting. If you live without passion, you can go through life without leaving any footprints. This is from Betty Wright's book, who also literally, this is her birthday as we are celebrating an American comedian that brought so much to us. Like I love Betty White, been following her for a long time. She just is funny as all get out. But then there's other people who are just as funny as our sister Betty. I'm gonna say Sister Betty because Betty was a real one. That's all I could say. She was a real one. And so some of the other folks who celebrate a birthday on today is Michelle Obama, reminding us of our pearls. Eartha Kitt, she was about that life, always bringing you the unexpected. These are people who like literally have that epitome of all of the things that we could think of. It's so many things that come into to the day. So many of you may know that every day there is either a national or international holiday. So hashtag National Classy Day. I promise you, these are things that like you get to dig into, you get to learn and grow with us. But you know what else you get to do? Listen, you get to holler and have some fun, because I want to make sure that we got the whole rundown. So we got Betty White, we got Michelle Obama, we got Eartha Kitt. And listen, if we only gonna add one to the list for our male counterparts, how about Muhammad Ali's birthday is what do we say, celebrated on today. I don't know if he really celebrated his birthday because he was Muslim, but his mama celebrated the birthday when she was alive. So the day he was born, January 17th. And honey, if we gonna celebrate a king, what other one than Muhammad Ali? So we celebrate the life of those who are still living and the memories of those who have now since passed, because you definitely done all of the things that we highlight for those who we earmark for National Classy Day. You lived your life and left footprints. You definitely have lived your life with humor and beauty and inspiration, and we get to take it to the next level. So here's where the synergy comes in. So Tilted came up with all of the birthdays for today. I came up with the National Classy Day. And then we get to tell you today how you can observe the National Classy Day. Well, on National Classy Day, you can reflect on those who graced the world with their best qualities and made it a better place. Maybe that's you. Maybe it's grandma. Maybe it's somebody else that you could think of who is just like, oh my goodness. On this day, you know it's ordained because we are mandated to bring joy, laughter, or a smile to someone. So you know, as classy people here at Unhinged Live, we are doing our part to bring those things to you. Remind someone today of their goodness by complimenting them on a talent, a skill, or some type of accomplishment. Encourage someone to strive for their goal. Listen, let's just put it like this. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. is National Classy Day, because on this list is everything that we come to you to bring week after week after week. Look for a positive, look for the positive in your day. I promise you, I found out today that somebody was stealing my identity, and it was like, okay, well, we gotta freeze and you gotta prove who you are. I gotta prove who I am. What are y'all saying? I gotta do what? Y'all don't know who I am up in here. Okay, you know I'm having a Denzel Washington moment up in here, but it's okay. And so I had to say, I got to take a moment to find some humor in this. I got to take a moment to find some laughter, or, it could be whatever. Ooh, child, if today was the day for you to understand, it could be whatever. Give someone a little grace. We all have bad days, and a little kindness goes a long way. See, sometimes we hear that. Listen, I'm not trying to give you a twisted thread moment, but sometimes we hear that and we don't think to be kind to ourselves. So here at Unhinged Live, Twisted Threads and Tilted Halo want to remind you, honey, be kind to yourself, because you show people how to do it in their own lives, not just for themselves, but for you as well. So you first, everybody else. Now, we done already did our National Classy Day. What we got? We want to remind you, no name calling week. The third week of January. I love that. Is that an actual holiday? No name calling. You can't call no names this week. I think I done already messed it up. I think I already messed it up. No name calling for this entire week from January 16th to January 20, 2023. It is officially National Today, No Name Calling Week, and it is observed on the third week of January to educate students, teachers, and the public on the harms of name calling. Y'all know we have taken it under our mantle to continue to build on the focus of improving our mental health. And name calling is a part of it, because you could literally come with so many different ways how somebody calling you a name. Maybe it's dumb, dummy, stupid, fat, ugly. We don't use those words over here. So I'm not attributing these titles and words to anyone, but we're reminding you, no name calling this week. Why? Because this is National No Name Calling Week. So educate those who are around you. Remember that your words matter in the lives of the people who are around you, because literally you could take out an entire nation by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person. And you know who the wrong person is? Me. I'm the wrong person. Don't say none of that stuff to me. It's gonna go way left. We ain't got time for that. We literally do not have the time. We literally don't have the time to deal with what would happen if. So what would happen if you call me out of my name? We don't want to find out. That's what would happen. We don't want to find out, because I said before, it could be whatever. Okay, so now we got that out there. Now we want to go to one of our, I think, what I'm going to say is one of my favorite moments, and we're going to get right into it. Super fan shout out. Now, listen, I didn't pick the super fan shout out today. Again, this is synergy coming together. And this is a reminder for you all to learn what 2023 is supposed to be for both you and for me. Because in 2023, the people who are connected to you should be going at least in the same direction as you. Maybe it's off the chain and it's not everything that you think about. But in 2023, we should be able to say, you know what, everybody in my squad, we all going that way. We going that way. I don't know, maybe up, maybe down, might be to the left, but whatever way it's going, we all going in that direction. So I did not pick today's super fan shout out. took it, picked it. But we're giving a super fan shout out to Gloria Poindexter Walcott. Now listen, okay? It's one thing when we get people who don't know us to ride with us, but let me tell you about Gloria, okay? Gloria literally is one of the ones who raised me, okay? The one who said, you ain't going outside wearing that. I know you don't think you going, da, da, da. Now, mind you, I got the pictures of when, Gloria was able to do those things on her own. And she grew up, and this is my mom's cousin. And so, they would go on girls' trips. I ain't gonna tell y'all what they did. They ain't getting too much trouble, but they would go on girl trips, and that kind of put that in my mind of sometimes you need to get away with family and friends and literally let your hair down. Let people know, you know what, I love you, you love on me, and then this time we're creating memories. Gloria not only is family to me, she's also the godmother. I think, is it one or two kids? I stopped counting. I don't know how many kids, but she done helped raise them all. So that's another part of it. So super fan shout out to Gloria Poindexter Walcott. Y'all already know this run deep. This, when I say family, I mean that thing. There is not a place that I could be without the love and support of my family. And so I know, she'll come over here because she's like, oh, Karen over there, let me see. So be nice when you see Aunt Gloria. I call her Aunt Gloria. So it's like, you have cousins. She know this because this is what we do. It's like you either say, because I got some of my cousins, they be like, Cousin Karen. Who is Cousin Karen? Like, that's like Cousin It. I'm still trying to get used to that. But that's what I'm, Cousin Karen. Well, when you get to be a certain level of maturity, it's, I say, more than 10 years. But if you 10, 15 years older than me, you are an honorary auntie, even if you didn't mean to be. And so Gloria has been Aunt Gloria to me pretty much my whole life. That's all my children's life. That's all they know her as, is Aunt Gloria. And I'm happy to shout her out, sending prayers for her and for Brian as well, Gloria, her family. We're gonna have to get her son Paul on here. He is I don't even know, but I just call him, a super man in the artistic world. So he does Lordy, now I can't remember the words, but all of the cartoon type things, anime and all of those things, and has books of his own that he's authored. So if y'all see y'all kids scribbling, leave them alone. Don't you stop them from scribbling. They can actually make money turning those scribbles into actual books. And he is a whole author, goes around to different, whether it's those Comic-Cons or different type of books festivals or anywhere where he gets to celebrate his work. And I promise you, it started as a scribble. When we didn't even know what it was, he was scribbling. It's like, well, here you go, cousin. What you doing? What you doing? And now he is out here expanding his greatness time and time and time again. A lot of us, we shirk back because we think, oh, well, I'm not made of greatness. I don't come from greatness. But listen, this is the thing, and this is the reason why I shout out my Aunt Gloria, is because there are certain things that we never knew to do, but we were always challenged to just do it. Like, it's like, okay, listen, don't go to jail. We ain't got no money for no bail. So do it up until that legal point. When you get to illegal, oh, child, you on your own. You better stop it and come on and come back. But to have that support, to have that love, to have the people in your corner that's always not just rooting for you. I mean, opening doors, smashing obstacles out of my way. The same thing that is my testimony. I know that's the testimony of many of the others who, she got one child that called her mommy, but she done mother all of us. Also, I may or may not have the story of when she tied me up when I was, I think I was like toddler age. Okay, we're not going to tell that story. I seem to have been, me and my twin sister might have been getting out of hand, and it was getting a little bit crazy. But we did what we needed to do, and our Glory made sure that, we was showing up the way that we needed to do. But as we shouting her out, we're reminded that many of us have to do things that our family has never seen before. Many of us have to push forward in places that there's nobody else to say that's the right way to go. But when you got family and friends, or friends who become family that say, go on, sis, keep going, bro. I know it's hard. Let me go give you some water. But you better keep on moving. Don't you dare Quit. When you got those type of people in your life, don't you dare take them for granted, because they are not a dime a dozen. Everybody doesn't have a Aunt Gloria to push them forward. Everybody don't have an Aunt Gloria to tell those stories about. But whoever that Aunt Gloria is in your life, celebrate them. Remember, it's National Classy Day. That means go encourage somebody who one day encouraged you. Think of those people, because I love it when I have the opportunity to connect with folks who tis the season. Many of our seasoned folks are now going on home to be with the Lord, and we got more funerals than almost baby showers and weddings. This is a difficult time for many people. But if you are anything like me, you have the opportunity. Honey, listen. And Aunt Gloria would adopt other people. I don't know how I feel about that, but she would, like, literally, be like, come over here, baby. Let me tell. Don't do that. Like, she didn't have no thought on, I shouldn't tell you what to do. But she got that from her mama, because her mama was A.V. Lou. So my Aunt Lou, don't make me go down this memory lane. I promise you, I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice in some of the decisions I made. Any of y'all have that, where it's like, whether it's something inside of you, but I had people that were like, oh no, I see you 20 years from now. And so you're not going to do that, so that it doesn't hinder you from the other things. Now, did I always listen? No, I did not always. I didn't listen. I never listened, but that's a whole nother story. I did not listen, but I sure came through some things and learned. And you know what never changed? Their love in my life, their love for me. So I always say that my Aunt Lou, who is my grandfather's sister, so technically my great aunt, my Aunt Lou, I would always call her Nana. And people would be, and her grandkids would be like, "That's my Nana." I dare you to tell her I ain't one of her grandkids. Go ahead, tell her. See how that work out for you. Let me know. Okay, let me know how that work out for you. And so when we get the benefit of growing up in places with love, I promise you, I never knew the importance of that until later on in life. Like, now that I'm grown, and I be like, oh, you think I'm gonna fall for that? Well, I can't. Why? Because Aunt Lou and Aunt Gloria has said, don't you go over there with that mess. And so now, this is I'm probably gonna do a live, and we're gonna call it third court, because some of y'all don't know what that means. But my family grew up in Jersey City, in some of them projects, and that third court, you weren't supposed to go back there on that third court, because that's where the bad stuff happened. That's where the drug deals happen. That's where the prostitutes work. That's where what else? Sometimes the ice cream truck went back there, but we don't be dumb. I done got this far without getting in trouble. Y'all better not get me in trouble no more. Unconditional love is the hardest thing for many people to even accept if you haven't had it in your life before. But listen, we digress. It's National Classy Day. Call a friend. Remind them this is no name calling week, because why? We got so much more that we got to get into. Now, some of this stuff, I'm going to see if we get some neighbors in the neighborhood. Now, I don't normally do this, okay? Normally during broadcast, I'll be focused, and I focus as much as I can focus. Y'all know, y'all be seeing me side to side like what it is. But I'm checking to make sure ain't nobody coming into the neighborhood. One other super fan shout out, since we keeping it in the family affair, I want to shout out to Joshua. Joshua is my middle son. And I love it, because we out here impacting so many of y'all grown folks that some of the younger ones, he not a baby. Like, he literally, the only thing he waiting for now is AARP at this point. But he's like, yo, Ma, I caught y'all show last week and it was good. And I was like, you caught the show? Wait till I tell Tilted you caught the show, because you get excited when my babies are doing something. And look who show up as soon as I'm talking about her. I told y'all.
Hey, girl, hey.
You never know who coming through in the neighborhood. Y'all, make
it's
sure
your
y'all
girl Tilted in the building.
I tried to act right. Make sure you let her
girl,
know.
Send me.
I tried to act right. She know that I can hold it down, but
look, hold
right.
on a second, sis. I'm gonna have to pop out and pop back in, because you sound like a bumblebee right now. My earbuds ain't acting right. I got boatloads to share as to why I am late. I'll be right back with y'all.
I love it. Listen, more to come. Y'all never know when the peoples be coming in and out. Listen, she the only one who could bust through the door, though, because can't nobody else. Like everybody else, we gotta let you in. So if you come over here trying to come through here, you better knock first. That's all I got to say on that. Knock first. Listen, but this our house, so we get to come in when we get good and ready to come in. But we super excited for all of you who continue to join us. We appreciate the continued support. Hopefully, we're bringing laughter and love and joy into your world. Why? Because what the world needs now. Listen, okay, don't let it be nothing free, because you know we got announcements to support you on. So I might, you know, when Tilted come back in, we gonna see about that one. You hold tight. We gonna let you knock on the door. You got an open invitation. We still gotta let you in, but you got an open invitation. So we appreciate you so much, and the support of everybody who comes on Tuesday night. Even if you new to us, shout you out as well. We appreciate you riding with us and understanding. Listen, 2023, we got plans for more, for expansion, to connect with more of you, but to also encourage you all to do more as well. So if you got big things going on, okay, let me reframe that. Because sometimes your big things you may not think is big until you share it with somebody else, and then they tell you, didn't you know that was big? And you be like, I didn't know it was that big. Shout out to my sister Simply Free, little talk show. She's already got a talk show, and expansion is coming her way. Many of y'all got expansion on the horizon, and y'all know y'all just got to keep it coming. Y'all got to keep keep literally that joy tsunami. You got to keep that positivity. Like I said, we got people out here trying to steal our identity. I'm still shook up a little bit about that. I'm like, why y'all bothering me? I promise you, I'm out here trying to do the Lord's work one way or another. Now, sometimes the Lord work require for me to tell some people off. Now, I know that in Sunday school, they ain't tell you about the telling the people's off ministry, but sometimes it's necessary so that they don't, you know, mess up nobody while they on their journey. That part. It's a whole bunch of stuff, and we're so super excited. Let's see what we got next. So listen, I'm gonna talk about see, I can't do the song. I ain't doing that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. I'm try to figure out something else, because I can't do the Merrily Down the Stream without the segment theme music, and technically I'm not the theme music expert on that side, but I've been streaming some things, so I want us to talk about what I've been streaming about, because I'm feeling a little weird about it. But I need to talk to y'all, because y'all my tribe family. Welcome. Hey, listen, if any of y'all want us to see y'all making comments on Facebook, make sure y'all go over to StreamYard, because we professionals over here. So like, we literally are going through streaming services, but Facebook itself won't share your name, so y'all be saying hi, and we don't know who y'all are unless we on the page. But we love y'all though.
You talking to me? Karen, is you frozen, sis? Hello. I guess we still haven't. Hey, how y'all doing? It's your girl Tilted Halo. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Unhinged Radio Show live. I'm here in the building, and I'm ever so grateful for my sister, Karen Sims, for holding it down until I was able to come up and rock the mic right with you all on tonight. I'm pretty sure she got her Flavor Flav on pretty well on tonight. Girl, what happened?
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't know. The metaverse be bugging out, but thank you again, Karen. What you was talking about up in here? Because I just finished the interview, girl. This is something big. This is something major getting ready to happen in my life.
Listen, we were celebrating the synergy that you and I get to experience every week when we come on the show. It being National Classy Day, and you coming through with a couple of reminders for letting us know, you know, how. And I'm just pressing buttons. I'm gonna stop pressing buttons. Okay, there we go.
Well, when you press buttons, that's the first week we was up in here.
Listen, that part. But you know, we talked about, we celebrated the birthdays of, you know, the living and those who have done went on to glory. But the classy folks, the folks who made an indelible mark in the earth, they left some footprints. And Betty White said, "That's what you're living for. Don't be here and don't leave no footprints." And so we appreciated that. We celebrated and reminded folks this week is no name calling week. That means don't you mess up nobody's dream because you out here calling them by a name that ain't their name. And then we talked about my identity theft and how, you know, I'm trying to cope through that without adding no bodies to the body.
Wait a minute. Somebody has stole your identity from you?
Somebody tried. So that's the thing.
They tried it. Okay.
That is the operative thing. But then since somebody else tried to be not me, then the people who said, "Well, we think it's you, but we need you to prove that it's you." And I was like, "Well, what if I don't prove that it's me? Do somebody else come through and do all my work? Because I'm okay with that. Like, let them come through. If you got, listen, take it all. Don't come over here half stepping. If you gonna be trying to take my money, take the rest of my issues too. Get those 1,000 emails out the door since you want to do something over here." But I had to give some joy and laughter in that as well, because you know it's a serious issue. But I'm thankful that it definitely could have been a lot worse. And one of the things that came out of it, had I not been doing what I was trying to do, that ain't none of y'all business, but I wouldn't have known that somebody had made an attempt literally on my life. Y'all think out here in these credit streets that is something, but that's a attempted something. Y'all try to murder my character. Get out of here. Anyway,
we can't do that. We can't let that happen, because we are predestined to do great things, and we can't be having no dirt on our name like that. I mean, we all need a little dirt to grow, but not that kind of grow. Not that kind of dirt.
If you making mud pies, I'm here for the mud pies. I ain't gonna eat them, but I definitely help you slap them up, you know, because we got to enjoy some.
Bake them real nice, like a baby head or something.
That part. Not at my house. I do it with the grandkids at their house. Keep that mud over there. So yeah.
I got you. Did you do the fan art shout out?
I did. So we talked about the Aunt Gloria. So Gloria Poindexter Walcott is my aunt. So literally family. We talked about having that unconditional love and how powerful it is. You know, Free is over here in the comment streets, and she like, "I want to knock on the door." I said, "Listen, you know, it ain't nothing but a thing, because we're gonna be celebrating her expansion in 2023 as well, as she continues to move forward and doing all of the work." I'm telling you, my head spin when I see Free, because she on here, like, I don't know if she's actually on here every day, but I feel like she is on these.
She like that, you know, that cat that they have on the back of their car that's on the window like Splat. That's Free in the metaverse.
That is Free.
She was on here.
Right. Free here every day. I don't know. Don't go a day without Free. That's all I got to say to you, because she's not gonna let you. She covering health, encouragement, motivation, whatever it is. She is getting it in.
Yeah, you're gonna get saved, healed, set free, delivered, all of that. You're gonna come to Jesus. All of the things with
all
Free.
Of the things. Super excited. So now, you know, I gotta do it. How you doing? Because I did it to myself. How you doing? So now,
yeah, I saw that, and I almost, got kicked out the meeting. I almost got kicked out the meeting messing with you.
If ain't nobody here to, filter, oh well, you gonna get what you gonna get. So here we go. Tilted, how you doing?
Tilted, how you doing? Girl, I'm doing all right. I woke up a little too early today, and I'm just so grateful that I have the fumes of grace to stand on. For real, girl? For real? No. See, that's my Karen Sims impression. Okay? That's what you...
all day.
But I had a good day. Today was a Monday on a Tuesday, because we all had the day off, or the majority of us had the day off yesterday, in recognition of MLK Day, which many across the country recognize as a day of service. Many people went to different celebrations and presentations, whether it be in their local communities, in their local church, what have you. they were taking the time to acknowledge the legacy that the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King left here. And I'm absolutely grateful that we're still able to celebrate him today. Yesterday, my day of service was a service to myself. I got some rest. And hey, did y'all hear that? It was a service to myself. I got some rest. And that might be why I was up so early this morning, because I was well rested. And hey, for those of y'all who don't think that that's an act of service, let me tell you right now, Satan, get thee behind me. Beelzebub is all of a liar. Rest is an act of service to yourself. I repeat, rest is an act of service to yourself. So don't you let anybody make you feel bad because you went out there with your MLK t-shirt out. You wasn't walking and doing a commemorative march. Listen, I rested. The Lord rested on the seventh day after forming this great creation. So that's what's really been going on with me. You know, been trying to pay attention to what's been going on in the NFL world. Y'all know that's not really my thing. But since that boy AP called us all out on the tribe, shout out to AP, we miss you, brother, for holding me accountable to a team this year. Karen, you know, this screen got us split, and our teams appear to have us split just a little bit. Because you know, if any of you are on my Tilted Halo page here on Facebook, you saw I did a real quick reel because I was tripping because the Giants had won on Sunday. And you know, those of y'all who know historically, we might make it to the wild card. That's when we get a little choked and we're out of the competition and sitting on the couch with the rest of the teams that didn't make it this far. So I think this Sunday.
So Saturday and Sunday,
go head to head with the Philadelphia Eagles. Boys,
that's gonna be on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we going head to head. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm an Eagles fan, so we gonna get it all in there. But we got 4. We got 4.
Okay. The metaverse is hating yet again, and that's okay. You're tuned in to the Unhinged Radio Show Live. I'm your host, Tilted Halo, sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Sims, who's frozen like the Disney movie right now. We're going to keep this train moving right along, because it's a little late in the hour, and we got a whole lot to talk about, Karen.
You know, listen, it's very interesting because these internets do not never act up, and now they want to act up today. Must be they don't want us to talk about this NFL and where we are in the conference situations, because it's a whole situation right now where we got 4 more games because this is the NFL.
Ooh, hold on a second. I'm going to take this one live. Y'all see, I really don't let y'all interact in my world like this, but hold on.
Hello? You said, hello? Jesus, is that you?
Yeah, get in, girl.
Jesus, is that you?
Look, I'm live on the Unhinged Radio Show right now, sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Sims. Look, hold on a second. This one, say hi to the people, Rhonda.
Well, good night, kings and queens.
Hey, Rhonda.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Look,
you are absolutely fabulous. Who will say no to you? Congratulations.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate it.
We just got away from the county Rex program, but we say yes, you don't take that to it goes. We say yes.
All right, so look, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Hey, look, it's my time, girl, but thank you so much for calling me so quickly, Rhonda. Let me get on off this phone and get back to this show because we got a whole program to get to.
All of the time.
Talk to you later, beautiful. Thank you again. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, we coming to you live. That's the part that y'all know for real. We are coming to you live. This is not y'all know when we pre-record because sometimes we do. I ain't gonna say we always.
Well, I have to take that call. I'm sorry. Okay, I got my own little announcement. It's not little, okay, because nothing I do really is little. I just try and stay as humble as possible with all the giftings that God has blessed me with. But you all are now listening to Nikita Hansford, who is a member of the Warren County, New Jersey Mental Health Awareness Board. I want to give yourself some applause here.
That part. We're working on the applause. I promise y'all, we're gonna have some applause. I'm gonna work on that by next week. So
yes.
congratulations.
I submitted an application to become a part of the Warren County Board. Since I've been living here, I figured it's time for me to plant some kind of root. I've been here for a long time. So I'm already in the employ of the Department of Human Services. And y'all already know what it is at the Unhinged Radio Show. We endeavor to be a place of laughter, joy, love, and support to each and every one of you. And so why not take it a step further and become a part of the board where I'm allowed to be a part of the decision-making process as far as the programs and resources that are going to be made available to those of you who are in the Lehigh Valley, Warren County community, specifically in the areas of mental health. In my application, I specifically wrote that I would love to see more resources and supports made available to Black and brown people, because mental health has been so stigmatized in our communities, and people need to be freed from that generational pridefulness. Does that make sense? They need to know that it's okay to say something, and that they're not alone, and that there are people that can point them in a direction where they can get all the help they need. And the amazing thing about the resources that are available countywide, all over the United States, it's not just happening here in Jersey. A lot of these resources that have been made available are absolutely free. Free 99, y'all. And with the price of eggs, I know free 99 sounds good to everybody. How about that? So thank you to friend of the show, the lovely Royal Rhonda Thomas Booth, for calling me. They made that decision real quick. Yeah, so I'm absolutely grateful for another opportunity to turn it up yet another notch, not only for the Tilted Halo brand, because y'all know I'll be out here in these streets, but also for my own benefit professionally. My resume is lit.
Get it.
So back to the show. So check it out. You want to point your remote control, Karen?
I'm ready to point my remote control.
Point your remote control at the TV screen. Merrily, find something to stream. You know what's up. It's Merrily down the stream. We'll take a few minutes to discuss what we was watching on this past weekend, this past week, even on this morning, because I get up and watch some foolishness quite early myself. So Karen, what have you been watching?
So what I have been watching is actually Tulsa King.
Yes.
So I actually started a little bit last week, but it was like, you know how you be like, I don't know. Let me see about this. I ain't really sure. And then you get into it and you be like, how did I get all the way into this here? So Tulsa King, with Sylvester Stallone and some other people that I don't know who they are. And then I had to think in my mind, because Sylvester having love scenes. But Sylvester's 75 years old. Like, he old, and
he looked good though. He done grew into that surgery.
Really, some of the folks do too much surgery. That's all I'm gonna say for that. But he looks good. The acting is on point. I love it, because they had one scene where he punched somebody out, and me and the boo was watching, and he was like, that man's still on the floor. I said, if Rocky hit you, you gonna stay down too. So he ain't playing Rocky in this movie, but it's the same thing to me. He's knocking people out and, being a gangster. But I don't think it was meant to be comical, but those first couple of episodes was so funny, because the basis of it is, he was a part of a mob family. He did time for someone for many years. And then he's coming out 25 years later, not technically keeping up with all of the rules that have changed in society. That's all we're gonna say. So, he trying to run down folks for stuff that he think is illegal. Is legal now. So he go into a dispensary in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he like, I'm about to shake y'all down. And he's like, this is legal. He was like, I'm gonna keep the feds off you and I'm gonna keep the police off. And they're like, but this is legal. Like, what? So, no credit card, no, no nothing. That's the regular stuff. But I probably shouldn't have laughed because it probably was meant to be serious, but it definitely cracked me up. It was good, kind of chill time for watching something that wasn't too deep. We didn't need I don't think we needed therapy after that, but I laughed my behind off with watching Sylvester Stallone in this character and even with him, kind of being a Mac Daddy. God bless. That's all I can say.
No,
But he
look,
did
I
so
got
well.
points on that too.
So I suggest tuning in. If you got that particular streaming service, go ahead on over there. I think they got about 8 to 10 in the season. So if you want a couple of seasons, don't watch right now. But if you okay with kind of doing the episode here, episode there, go ahead on and let that Tulsa King. It does get deep because I'm close to the end, so it gets a little bit deep there. But those first couple of episodes, I probably shouldn't have been cracking up. That thing was funny. So between that and I'm catching up with The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. I don't think that I've watched since season 2, and they might be going into season 4 at this particular time. So I'm catching up. But I always love to see things with the Queen coming through and showing her just beautiful acting talent and being real with the folks. So they had they had Rick Ross on one of the episodes and how the rap community comes in, but she got to be professional because she the equalizer, so you can't. You can't do all of that while you're supposed to be acting. Actors, but loving that. So now I gotta point the remote control to you, Tilted. What have you been streaming?
Well, this is further proof that you and I exist in parallel universes. I too have been partaking of the Tulsa King, and yes, I laughed at a laughable moment in the first few episodes, but there was also a teachable moment that I really enjoyed, where he and his driver were having a conversation where he was encouraging the young man to go to college. And he broke down the purpose of college. I was like, you gotta say that after being in prison for 25 years. It's like the absolute truth. I almost was like, let me do a screen recording and do a little commentary on this one little piece, because the young man asked, that's what you think college is for? And the answer is supremely yes. Anybody who's moved in the professional world understands. And you know this, Karen. You look at resumes all day, every day. You want to see that somebody completed something. That's all we want to see.
That's it.
But anyway, I've been enjoying the Tulsa King, but they had allowed me free access to another one of them streaming apps. I actually started watching Severance.
Okay.
Yes, I actually started watching Severance. I know it won multiple awards this past award season, and I wanted to know what all the hype was about. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and tune in. There's a whole bunch of people in this show. I don't really know their names. It's only one person in there that look halfway familiar to me, but I'm curious about the concept, of the show. These people give consent to have their memories compartmentalized between their professional lives and their personal lives. So they have this one main character, and they're just starting to unpack, because I'm just getting started with it. They're just starting to unpack why he consented to become a part of the Severance program. And then we also see a young woman. The opening for the show was absolutely powerful. I said, well, what is going on here? But these are people who have chosen to let their memory be tampered with for some particular reason or another. It looks real futuristic. as far as the monochrome coloring and the directorial presentation. But yeah, it's. I think it's going to be a barn burner for me. I'm really going to enjoy it. And like you said about Tulsa King, Severance is 2 seasons in.
Okay.
If each episode is an hour long, I typically like to binge things that are not more than 50 minutes an episode because
Mhm.
my time is precious. I've been needing that nap. But if it's worth the sacrifice of sleep, I'm right there in front of my screen. So we can have these beautiful conversations with you all here on the Unhinged Radio Show live. So
Yeah.
yeah, who is this saying that I recently found? That's my sister. That's my sister, y'all. That's my sister Jackie Williams. She recently found Yellowstone and watched a whole 4 seasons. Yes, sis, Yellowstone is next on my list. Yes, it's next
I'm
on my
thinking about
list.
it.
But yeah,
So I think the mayor of whatever town that's also next on the list.
Mayor of Digstown, I think it is.
That one, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at that too. It's just so much wonderfulness to entertain
It
me.
is.
It's just so, but of course, y'all know I start my day off with a little foolishness and a little bit of heaven. I'm still a huge fan of Paternity Court because some of the stories are just so outlandish. And whoever does Judge Lauren Lake's or did Judge Lauren Lake's makeup, and whoever was doing her wigs, baby, that kid just slayed. That brown skinned girl is beautiful. And again, yes, I love Paternity Court. And as soon as Paternity Court is off the screen, of course, we gotta feed the spirit. I love my brother Creflo Dollar. He's taken a turn for the better as far as how he's been ministering the word. He's been in a deep series teaching about grace.
Nice.
Very, very insightful, very, very enlightening, very, very empowering. And grace is a season I've been living in forever.
Timely.
So I think it's a word that's timely and necessary. And it helps, me keep the body count low. How about that?
That part. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Important.
That part. So thank you again for tuning in to the Unhinged Radio Show Live. I'm your host, Tilted Halo, sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Sims. Thank you all to our many, many co-hosts here in the chat room. We appreciate you so very, very much. Thank you for tuning in with us every single week. I promise y'all, we turning up the dial each and every time we come before you. February is fit to be mucho fuego, but I'm gonna leave that alone. We're gonna continue to move the train forward. Was you petty already without me?
Was I who?
Petty.
I didn't hear nothing you said. I'm sorry.
Were you petty, my sister?
I really wasn't petty.
Do you have a view from the petty pew on today?
I mean, my views on the petty pew is probably gonna surround these people trying to steal my identity. But yeah, No, I don't have that many views. I am working on grace this week. So this month. So in my 31 days of positivity, I'm trying to embrace the not be petty, but I see y'all. That's what I want to say. I see the petty. I see the petty. That's all. Anything you want to add? You got any views on the petty pew?
No, I've been, communing with the Lord and things, and it's like my petty meter is on pause.
Me too.
It's just like, anything I've been petty about, I can't be petty about in public because y'all might, kick me off. So these are the things that I just forgot about because I know I need help sometimes. Well, I know I need help all the time. How about that? So, this is the year where many of us take the time to make sure that our spirits are in check. We fasting, we praying, we're assembling together with our local faith communities to make sure that we're empowered for the next 11 and a half months ahead of us. So we're
Mhm.
already halfway through January. We just got here, Karen.
We literally, I promise you, I just said Happy New Year for the first time, and now here
And
we
it's
are
already
today.
the 17th.
That part is already the 17th. We are more than halfway done with the month. But you know, the one thing that I gotta highlight for both of us is you know, when you focus on the positive, it really is difficult to be petty. Now, don't get me wrong, somebody got told off. You could take that one to the bank. They got told off. They got a larger chunk of my thoughts than maybe they was expecting. But when we're focusing on, like literally, okay, I want to better myself, I'm focusing and reflecting on the things that I'm doing. I ain't got time to be seeing all of the things, but you know, you when I get in February, we gonna have some things. Now, you know, one thing I feel like I got a shout out because I'm like excited about what's coming. It's not a petty pew thing, but it does go back to the Merrily Down the Stream because we got the 1619 project coming on Hulu next week.
Yes, I'm waiting.
That this is so I'm not getting no sleep. Okay, I'm probably gonna be working from home the rest of the week from the 26th on, because from the beginning to whatever they let me see, I shall be watching about our history. All right, that rhyme. Look at me.
Yeah.
That's all I got
These
to
are the
say.
stories that need to be told.
I'm excited
Since it
about
ain't
that.
right for us to be sold no more. How about that?
Dead port. So you know, hopefully we continue on this road of all I can say is I see the petty. I just it will require me to get off of the train that I'm currently on to have to address the petty. Y'all, come on, 2023, don't make us address the petty. Like we're gonna keep this segment in here because we know y'all ain't gonna disappoint. But try your hardest. If you could just try in 2023 to not let the pity train overtake you. That's all. We got a lot positivity. You know, Tilted talked about grace. If we focus on those things, I think we're gonna go a long way. That's all I can say for that.
Yeah, I said I was going to act right in 2023, Karen. So far, so good.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So far, so good. Look at the Lord.
It's
Look at me grow.
interesting.
Look at me growing. So
You
we
are
gonna
growing.
move. We gonna move. We gonna
Yeah.
move. And we gonna flip this a little bit because this is gonna become a part of what's really going on.
Yeah.
What's really going
What's
on?
really going on? What's
Hey, come on, come
going
on, come on.
on?
Hey, Billy Rock
Yeah.
Radio.
What's
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 really
really going
what
on?
what what what?
What part?
Did I do
Listen,
Audrey's part right? With the
I,
wicked.
yes, very good,
I
very
had that tonight.
good, very good, very good. Yeah,
Listen, we got a lot to talk about.
we
Brittany Griner, y'all.
yeah.
Brittany Griner, y'all. Sis made an appearance at a local event down in Arizona yesterday. It was a local Martin Luther King celebration, and so many of the fans were just super happy that she showed up on the scenes. She took some time to take some pictures with fans and supporters, and I could imagine how refreshed she felt being amongst her own. She, again, has played the entirety of her professional basketball career in Phoenix. So why not show up after, walking out such trying situation? She was in a Russian prison. And for her to come out and still have gratefulness flowing from her heart and glow, the child is glowing. She done cut her locks off, new perspective. And I believe I heard it said on the news this morning that they're actually publishing a comic book based on her life. And the comic book that's being published is actually going to encompass this piece of her life's journey. We're going to get to see it in print. I look forward to the comic book, but I look forward to that hard copy.
Yeah.
To follow. Because I know it's one coming. I know she's, I know they hitting the shopping deals, but it's a
Yeah,
good project. But you have to add to this character.
absolutely. Listen, first of all, glad to see her out. What she went through was definitely traumatic. It's a lot to that. And to cut them locks off and be like, literally, we starting over. We are starting over. All of the things that were are no longer here. Like the epitome of it's a new season, it's a new day. But super excited that she gets to tell her story. And I think in this season, that's a superpower for many of us, is to be able to tell our own story. Why? Because somebody else gonna leave out the details that are important to growth and expansion. We gotta tell our own story because can't nobody tell it better than you. So still thoughts and prayers out for her and her family, because this still brand new. Like this ain't been that long. I imagine she's probably still adjusting. Still adjusting,
Yeah,
but hopefully holding on to happy, holding on to joy. And shout out to those who continue to support. I know Steph Curry is one of those
yes.
who commended Joe Biden on his work in bringing her home, and the impact that it makes in Phoenix, because it seems like it's a small thing, and for a lot of people it can be, but for her, for her family, for that community, goodness gracious, it's a big thing. So more to come. Read the fine print, sis. Read the fine print.
Always read the fine print. And if you can't see it, maybe I hope you got somebody
Oh,
that can help you see it. That got, an additional
that part. Oh,
six sets to
them is
help you out.
them is thick.
Huh?
Them is thick.
These is not thick. I paid for them not to be.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I paid for them not to
it's
be.
a lot of something in them.
It's look, it's highly medicinal. It's medicinal. You see
It's
that?
medicinal. Thank you. Thank you. I had the wrong look. See, my sister get me right every time. Just gonna get you right. That part. Like,
It's
some women
medicinal.
medicinal. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I
I got a bunch of new glasses that I'm trying, like little at a time. And do I say a bunch? I got a couple. So, trying to find the right sunglasses for myself too, because I can't really wear sunglasses because I need to see. I can't see with regular sunglasses. So
get you some medicinal ones,
I need
girl.
some. So I got a pair of medicinal ones, and they got a little purple tint in them, and then they get darker when honey, listen, I'm a whole movie star when I put them things on.
It's kerosene. And when
Where
she walked
my
through,
theme
when
music?
she walked through,
Damn.
when she walked through.
Theme music. Ow. All of those
But
things.
look, we've got to turn this conversation down a little bit because
Okay.
there's been a whole lot of things going on, especially amongst the children, and I've
Yes.
heard different people talking about the most recent incidents of violence. Heard in Newport News, Virginia, we had a 6-year-old um, bring a gun to school and shoot his teacher. And it was, from everything that I've read, it was basically intentional. This is exactly what he was doing when he pulled out that gun and shot his teacher. I believe she was shot in the from what I've come to understand. And be a true educator who is absolutely dedicated to what she does and teaching and protecting those children every single day. Even after having been shot, she managed to get all them kids out the classroom. So none of them would be. And following this story, we see that this 6-year-old boy had this gun. The gun was actually legally purchased by his mother. But I have so many questions as to how a 6-year-old child could have access to this firearm, this deadly weapon. Had this conversation on so many different educations, whether we're speaking about how weaponry is used in video games,
Yeah.
the violence that we see on television and
Yeah.
on the big movie screen. These babies have become desensitized and they don't realize you shoot a human in real life. You don't wait and 5 lives load back up and they get back up and they're ready to fight and play again. It don't work
Right.
like that.
It does not.
So from what I understand, that the child was not, of course, they can't take a 6-year-old to jail.
Right.
He was being held in a hospital. And they're having the active conversation as to who should be held responsible for this particular act of violence. The parents, in my opinion, should be held responsible because, Karen, I know you are a licensed firearm owner,
Mm-hmm.
licensed to carry.
Mm-hmm.
You know the rules of engagement, and I ain't even there yet with mine. If you are going to have a loaded firearm in your house, it is supposed to be kept under lock and key. That's one thing I do know
That is
about the
correct.
firearm game.
Across all of the states.
So
Every state.
how little June know how to get to the gun, baby?
Well, number one, and this is with anybody, because we're talking specifically about children. It could be anybody. You got to have your gun in some type of safe, some type of lock away, whatever you want to call it, whether it's a vault, if you got a lot of them, if you got one or two, having something that is not easy for the little ones to get into. Part of the training that you go through reminds you about gun safety. I need you to know that 90% of the concealed carry training that I have is about gun safety. What you cannot do, where you cannot leave your gun, where you cannot take your gun, how the gun is your responsibility. So I remember asking a question to my instructor of, what happens if I travel without my gun? And his answer was, number one, your gun should be on your person or locked away at all times. But if you leave your premises, your gun should be with you. 6 years old, they probably saw mommy and daddy go in and take it out. We probably see, this is one of the things that I think that sometimes as parents we fall short in. I think we got, for many folks, y'all got that birds and the bees talk down. Y'all know what to do. Y'all over there talking about pronouns. Y'all got this thing. But this has to be a part of the conversation that you're having, because there is dangers around what it is these young children are seeing. But if you don't explain it to them, they don't understand that the stove is hot until they got a firearm in their hands and they shooting people in public. Like, that's a whole nother level to all of this, that the teacher is seen as a hero, because not only she couldn't just be like, oh my, if you shoot me, I'm going down. I don't know about no kids around, so I need you to know this is the reason why the teacher and what she did. That's all I got this thing do what it want to do. You're leaving. You're leaving. But she had the wherewithal that after being shot, still to get the kids to safety, still to get everybody, charge the parents. They know the rules. Whoever the gun is registered under. So maybe both the parents is not registered under their name, but the care of that child is still the responsibility of both those parents.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And, interesting enough, as I was, looking for updates in this situation, I stumbled upon a headline that let us know that this 23 years ago, another 6-year-old fired a gun in school. And the victim at that time was his classmate. And this actually happened in Michigan. So, we don't want to just singularly highlight the scenario that happened most recently. It's been very unfortunate that our youth and young folks have had to deal with gun violence in school at such an uptick. It is almost breathtaking to know that. I know when I went to high school back in the day, we didn't have no metal detectors.
Right.
The movie Friday, when Pops was telling Craig's character when he was about to go outside and fight Debo, but he saw him with that gun, he reminded him, you take it here, because at least when you take it here, you
Right.
live to fight another day.
Right.
So he challenged him to make a better choice on how he dealt with his bully situation. Now I don't know what was going on with this little 6 year old that where this incident occurred last week. I don't know what was going on with this 6 year old where the incident occurred 23 years ago. But what
Right.
I do know that a parental responsibility to make sure that our youth and young folk, first of all, respect life in
Yeah.
general. It seems like the respect for human life has just been thrown out the window.
Yep.
Um, and again, we've become so desensitized, especially these last 2 years, with so many, visual aids. We got TikTok, we got Snapchat, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. And this is nothing against social media, because many of us know how to social media responsibly. But these kids, they look at it as entertaining and fun, and they're not mature enough to understand what it is they're ingesting with their little eyes.
That's right.
So what is that song that we did in school? Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see.
Yep.
Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. For the Father up above, He is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see, because it takes root. It takes root, and then it gets in your mind, and
Yeah.
that's relative to a favorite scripture. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if
Mm-hmm.
little June thinking that he bad to the bone and he could just get up and pop, 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 and everybody just gonna, get their lives back and get up. No, we've got to be mindful. Keep these weapons locked up, y'all. Y'all know better.
That part, it ain't even hard. That's the whole post. That's the whole segment. That's the whole
That's the
state.
whole segment. Keep these weapons locked up so we
Keep
don't have
them
to see
locked up.
stories like this no more.
That part, we ain't got time. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
got-
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got to get my chuckle on. Grandma Holla, Miss Holla passed away, right?
Listen, after so many reports, I was like, she yet holding on. I can't repeat nothing that she say. Okay, let me just put that right out there. But she was like, y'all trying to kill me. I'm still hanging on. God bless her in her spirit and soul. We got to laugh with her. We got to the if shenanigans was a person, it would definitely
Miss Holla.
be Miss Holla. She ain't take no shorts. I promise you. Um, there was something so endearing about the truthfulness where you could tell she loved people because it was people all around her. But she's like, listen, I done seen the dirt that y'all did, and what y'all ain't gonna do is bring that dirt over here to me. So shout out to you. And I love it because she reminds us that you could be in your own corner doing your own thing your own way and make a worldwide impact, because people all across the world are shouting and saying one particular thing that she said that shocked them, that made them think, oh wow, oh my, some of y'all done clutch your pearls when Miss Holla done came through and said she ain't care nothing about you. She gave marital advice. She gave advice that nobody don't know what to do with yet. I ain't grown enough for some of the advice she gave, but doggone it, she made us laugh. Okay, whether she meant to do that or not, she definitely brought joy. And I don't mean laughing as if laughing at her. She brought joy because she said, one thing you gonna know, I'ma live this life, whatever how much left I got. So shout out to Miss Holla.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Holla. She rests well. And
Yeah.
Miss Holla just sound like, somebody real familiar to me in my own. Where y'all think Miss Tilted got all this slick mouth from? But I had to take my tongue to the book of James that had told me that this little bitty muscle is one of the hardest things.
Two tame. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. So I had to, apply them principles so I would not be running around here in my youthfulness talking to people like Miss Holla had the privilege to be here for over 90 years. That was grace exemplified. That was evidence of God's grace on her life. Where her, what was this, her niece, or was it her granddaughter,
I
introduced
think
her to the world. She just
yeah.
introduced her to the world. Just put one of their real talk conversations on video. Next thing you know, grandma went viral and she became everybody's grandma. Now I know some friends who got grandmas that talk and sound just like Miss Holla. Look, one of them friends might be, who knows? I'm just saying. Um, I appreciated her honesty,
Yes.
and her raw wisdom. Because not for nothing, some of us are knuckleheads and we need that raw honesty when people are trying to teach us and tell us how to get our lives together.
Say it.
Okay. I know I'm one of the Lord's special ed children from time to time. Yeah, I can be special. I can be real special. And certain things don't offend me. Because in a recent video review that I was a party to, the conversation came up where the Lord will speak to you are most familiar with. Now, if you are someone who ain't quite down the road path of deliverance yet, God gonna speak to you in a way that's gonna get a reaction. Show enough, show
Yes.
enough. And if he got to use a little spicy mustard on his vernacular to get your attention, he gonna pull that out. He gonna pull it out to get you to do what it is he needs you to do to save your own life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Miss Hollow was amazing. God bless her. God rest her soul. God bless her family. And I hope they over there acting right, because I heard that there's some foolery going on as far as her monetization and where that money should go in her passing. Yeah, leave it to us. Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
We gonna do it. Trust me.
Leave it to us
the
to get
foolishness.
to fighting over something that take a moment to earn.
Mm-hmm.
That's to
That's
come to Jesus, y'all.
yeah, absolutely. 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 So Tilted, I got a this just in moment.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's in? What's in?
So I want to remind folks that maybe it's a reminder, maybe y'all didn't know. Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock not only is turning 50 this year, but on February 1st, we will have a sing-along of quite a few of the most popular Schoolhouse Rock editions. And
I'm just a bill. Oh, it's
oh,
a
we ain't say
schoolhouse
February
rocket. You
1st.
jump off a clock. Oh, I'm
It's gonna
sorry.
come. It's gonna come. Now ain't nobody paying us, so you go find where it is. But it's the 50th anniversary sing along. The fact that Schoolhouse Rock is 50 years old is mind blowing. But I want to give you just kind of a little bit of background of it, because the Schoolhouse Rock turning 50. Ryan Seacrest is gonna be one of the people. We got the Black Eyed Peas with 3 is a magic number. We got Derek Hugh and Haley Herbert. I don't really know them that well, but they gonna do figure 8.
Haley, hey girl.
That
Oh,
part,
I
and then
know
we
who
got
she is.
Jason Biggs and Jenny Molin, who's gonna be doing I'm Just a Bill. Okay, we got Julianne Hough who doing Interplanet Janet. Come through. We got the Muppets and Fortune Feimster for Unpack Your Adjectives. Wait, it gets deeper. Neo is coming through with Verb. That's what's happening. Raven Simone and Cal Penn with interjections. Okay. And then we got Retta, who is coming through with Ready or Not, Here I Come. I think that kind of takes it out. Shaquille O'Neal and the Boys and Girls Club of Atlanta are taking on Conjunction Junction. What's your
What's your function? Hey. Oh.
So listen, it's gonna keep on going. We got stars from Disney's Broadway and touring production. A noun is a person, place, or thing. This is going deep. February 1st, mark your calendars. Y'all already know I'm going to be there, because if you needed to know where to find me when Schoolhouse Rock came on, that was a way to know. I'm going to be in my space on the right place at the right time. That was it. So there you go.
Yes. Well, thank you for that breaking news moment.
You're
I know
welcome.
absolutely appreciated that information. Notice I was already there. I'm just a Bill. That was my man. And it's kind of look at the irony in that bill.
Oh yeah.
Sitting there looking all sad, worrying if he gonna get passed or not, explaining how things. We were educated on Saturday mornings with the
We
Saturday
were.
morning cartoons,
We
weren't
were.
we?
I don't know what these
After
kids watching
school,
now. I don't know
it's
what they
anime
watch.
everywhere.
I don't know. But I
See?
still feel like it should come with a lesson. Am I like, I mean, I will say this. Some of these ones, they are teaching lessons. I'm confused, because sometimes I need a translator. Like, I got to act like what they mean by that. Like, it got too deep for me, or it went above my head, or maybe below my head. I'm not sure which way, but some of these ones, I'm like, what they talking about? Is this real life? Anyway,
Listen,
you want to know anything about
yes,
that? Come on through with all of my 2 and 3 year olds that I got rolling through the house. I got what I got. I got 5, 6 of them. 7, 6 under. No, I got 7 under 5.
you
So
go,
they'll tell you
girl.
all about. They'll tell you all about everything. Okay, you want to know the meaning
You
of
make
life?
sure they get up on the Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, they listen. February 1st, I think we just gonna have a family call. I know it's past all their bedtime. Mimi don't care though. Mimi do not try it. Okay, we're gonna have a family call, 8 o'clock. Let them go to bed the night before. All of those things. But yeah, Schoolhouse Rock. It'll be on a replay, so we'll catch them. If not, I'll sneak that into the YouTube that they know how to use at 1.5.
Right? Girl, my head just blew up. Let me put my brain back in. Hold
I
on. One
promise.
and a half?
Yeah. Carson, he came here, and I think he had just turned 2. And his words to me, his last trip here was, Mimi, do you have YouTube? And I'm sitting here like, why are you asking? Why? And it's like, don't answer a question with a question, but your question like requires qualifications for why are you asking me? Do I have YouTube? What are you doing over there? So
A mess. Well, we out here on these YouTube streets as well, spreading our own special dose
we
of
are.
glitter joy splash. If y'all ain't done it already, go on over there to the YouTube Nation. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know when the Unhinged live show and is going live.
That's
We're
right.
going live on 3 different places actually on YouTube. We're at Unhinged Live, we're at Twisted Threads, and we're also on Save the Arts TV.
Save the
Did
arts
y'all know that?
TV.
Did y'all know that?
So you can't
Well, if
miss.
you don't know, now you know.
Oh, now you know. You know what, super fan? Shout out today to my youngest granddaughter, Melinda. Because I will say that Melinda get up under my Mimi skin. Because although she over there clicking on all those YouTube channels, she be like, Mimi, I saw you. Oh, you saw me on YouTube? Okay, well, you can watch. If you watch it, Mimi. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm only getting 1 minute play while everybody else getting 99
Maybe
minutes.
5, maybe
However,
5.
okay, I'll give her because she will. She'll holler at me for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, I ain't sure, but she'll make sure and check. Mimi, I saw you on YouTube. Why are you on YouTube? But she'll let me know. So that's all I got. And this is the reason why we're trying to put these positive messages out there, because we understand that everybody's got an opportunity to go watch something and spend some time getting all types of things in your head. We hope that we are bringing to you our special brand of joy, love, and laughter every single week. Why? Because what the world needs now is more us, Keita. They need more Tilted, more Unhinged. There we go.
Well, you know,
More,
there's
more,
more
more.
coming because you know they've been challenging me in the areas of my creativity. You know, I very rarely back down. So keep your eyes and ears out on these internet streets. You never know where I might pop up.
Never
You
know.
never know who I might pop up with. But just know, the year of 2023 is the year that Tilted Free. Let me say it again. 2023 that Tilted and Twisted run free. We're gonna show up in places where our name is already being spoken and we don't even know.
That
We just
part.
gonna get a call, and all we gonna be expected to do is show up so we can continue to blow up. But let me get up off of that because the time is drawing near for the ending of the show. And you know what it is. Before we get to it, thank you again, Karen. While I was out here handling my professional life, you was out here handling our business. Y'all know this is my business partner right here, y'all. So without further ado, get your plate ready. Get you a Jethro size cereal bowl. Whatever it is that you need to collect these nuggets you're about to receive by from our very own in-house master life coach, the beautiful Miss Karen Sims, temporarily. Yeah. Take it away, sis.
You speaking truth. You speaking truth. Listen, your reflections of purpose for tonight. We talked about it at the top of the show. Leave a footprint. Leave a footprint. You know, a lot of what we see, I'll say in the past couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of people leave it here quickly. But the beautiful thing in the celebration of the lives of the people that we lose is when we get an opportunity to say, that person made a difference in my life. That person encouraged me. I remember when that person talked me through. I remember when that person gave me a sandwich. I remember when that person gave me a cookie because I needed a cookie. We never know what areas people can impact our lives if we don't allow them. But when we focus on, I just want to leave a footprint. In the words of August Wilson, he had a character, and the character said, they're going to know I was here. And for whatever it is you got in your life, we want to encourage you. Live your life to the fullest. Don't take up a little bit of amount of space. Leave a whole Bigfoot footprint in the sand to give a blueprint for your children, for the legacy you're creating, for those that are connected to you. Why? Because not only do you matter, but the footprints you leave matter. I want to just kind of do a little bit of a recap. As we said in the beginning, for Betty White, she did a book. And her book title is If You Ask Me, and of course you won't. And the quote in the book says, everybody needs a passion. That's what keeps life interesting. If you live without passion, you can go through life without leaving any footprints. Baby, we need to know that not only are you here, but you're making impact right in the place that you're at. And if you think for a moment, no, I'm not making impact, I'm here to correct you. Yes, you are. You're joining us on this show. You're sharing this impact with other people. If they know nothing else, they know that you are connected to good people, to grace, and sharing kindness across the whole land. Bigfoot footprints is what we doing in 2023. Y'all gonna know the footprints that we left because we are being intentional. We invite you along for the ride. Do the same. Leave some footprints. That's
All
what it
right,
is.
leave some footprints. So maybe you too could end up on somebody's wall like that one poem, Footprints in the Sand.
There you go.
Maybe it could be your story hanging up there. The tilted
Mm.
halo tail.
Ooh, ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
ooh. Girl, we're gonna
Don't
have to
be
do something with
this
that.
girl. Listen,
I got on gold and everything, girl. I want to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior for allowing the oil. Let me stop. Let me stop. But yes, the oil is always flowing here at the Unhinged Radio Show Live. It's your girl, Tilted Halo, known in some circles as the creative architect, sitting alongside my good girlfriend, Karen Sims. What, you got another moment? I see you got the church finger up on your nose. You
I
trying
just
to
put
stop
this
me?
in Halo Tail so that we remember. We're gonna do something with
Yeah.
that. You know, we ain't always good. Like we here giving y'all a show. We can't do notes and production thoughts, but now it's a banner. So once it's a banner, we coming back to
Well,
it.
we can remember that. Tilted Halo Tails.
There you go.
Girl, I'm finna do something with that. That's the Lord.
Do it. Yeah, listen, I felt it. That's why I needed to make. When we say
I know, I'm writing this down.
get you a
That's
connect that's gonna connect with you. Be like, wait, she might forget that. Let me put that right down right now.
I'm gonna write that down on this book of inspiration.
That part
Yeah.
we're gonna come through. Okay. We have reached almost the end of the show. I'm fully turning it back to you, Tilted.
Yeah.
How you ending us out tonight?
Y'all know what it is. I'm just gonna encourage you to just be. That's it. That's the segment. Just be great at whatever it is that you do. Just be great. Just be a great singer. Just be a great mama. Just be a great sister. Be a great father. Be a great friend. Be a great co-worker. Be great. Because greatness is already in you. Go on and share that thing with the world. It's your girl, Tilted Halo, Karen Sims of Twisted Threads. We love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and we are out.